So abortion is wrong, absolutely. But it's just the symptom of adultery and fornication. And so the same teaching that Jesus taught 2,000 years ago is the same today, and the same we read in Matthew 5 and Matthew 6, the Sermon on the Mount, which is that for a guy, if you look at a woman with lust, you commit adultery in your heart. And just to preface this, back then, if you transgress the law by 2 or 3 witnesses, if 2 or 3 people saw you transgress the law and said he transgressed the law, you were put to death. And so that was the law back then. And that's the Mosaic law. And it's in Leviticus 20, where if a woman or a man commits adultery, they're to be fucking killed. Around Leviticus 20. But that's the Mosaic law. And so Jesus comes and he says, if you look at a woman with lust, you commit adultery in your heart, which is like a major offense to God. And Jesus goes as far as to say, gouge your eye out if your eye causes you to sin. Very important here. Like, sin is no good. Chop your arm off if your arm causes you to sin. It's like very serious offense. And so you can also look back at Proverbs, the first 7 chapters of Proverbs. It's about not falling into temptation with a woman, with a prostitute, with a harlot. The word bastard, we use the word bastard as like an insult today. The word bastard, it means you are a child out of wedlock. And so if your parents are married and then your dad goes and fornicates with another woman and then they have a child, they're out of wedlock, they're not married, you would be called a bastard because you're a bastard child. Your parents are not married. And so even back then, the Middle Ages and stuff, it was frowned upon. Even today, to some extent, prostitutes are looked down upon, fornication is looked down upon to some extent, for good reason. And so it's the same teaching that's been for 2,000 years. Do not fall into temptation. I like the way that James says it in the book of James, James 4 verse 8, or verse 7, 8. Resist temptation, resist the devil, resist the temptations. Like, you need to be told that. If you're tempted to lust after a woman, resist that. You're tempted to look at pornography, resist that, and pray. The divine office, great thing to pray. The rosary as well, great thing to pray. And just resist it. You have to it takes will and choice for you to say no to the temptation. And so that's important. And so that's the main thing. And then also in 1 Corinthians 6, I like the way Paul puts it, which is flee from sexual immorality. So if something's sexually immoral, and you know what that is, because if you read the Bible, you know exactly what that is: fornication, adultery, looking at one with lust. Flee from sexual immorality. So flee from it. Run away from sexual immorality. It's no good. And get married in the Catholic Church, because it is the one true church. And so, God bless you all. Peace to you all. Live a celibate life, even while married. And God bless. Peace to you all.